coach, Professora Monika, TACFIT certified, Club Belt certified, FlowFit certified, training for level 2 TACFIT this year, the senior instructor. Started during the pandemic, right? Like you really started to commit, and now our head coach for TACFIT LA at Legacy.
Hi.
Yeah, can you talk into the microphone?
Hi.
Yeah. Thanks for coming up. Thank you for. I've been meaning to get with you anyway because of after people get their black belts. I like to the students to get their black belts. I like to talk a little bit about the journey and stuff too. So it's past due. So I appreciate you coming up.
Thank you for having me. A little bit nervous, but it's gonna be okay.
Yeah, for sure. Got the coffee.
Yes.
Representing Acai Jungle Cafe.
The best. The best in town.
Yeah. So let's go back in time. You're from Slovakia.
Yes, correct. Yeah. So
originally from Slovakia.
Slovakia, yes. Like half Hungarian, half Slovakian.
Mm-hmm.
So I grew up there. And then work took me to England and then Canada, and then we ended up here in LA. I think it's like 10 years ago now. Yeah.
Like you have did you go to college, university in
Yes.
Slovakia?
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit of your background.
So I finished high school and then I took like 2 years off because I wanted to actually become a vet.
A veterinarian.
But that didn't work out. So I went and worked in London for 2 years as an au pair. And then when I came back, I applied to a university and finished. I have a master's degree in English and philosophy.
Oh,
And
no way.
like
Really?
Yeah.
You're like John Danaher, huh? Why did you want to become a vet?
Because I love animals. I always grew up with animals. My grandma and grandpa used to have like a little farm, so we were always around animals. Yeah.
Wow.
So I always wanted to be that, but that didn't work out. So, but this is better.
Slovakia and Romania, like the same. It's the same, like what do you call it? Same.
Like culture.
Not culture, but also the trees and everything. It's very similar, like the lifestyle of the way people have like the villages and.
Yeah, it's like all Eastern, kind of all Europe is the same, like Czech Republic, Poland, Hungary. They all kind of similar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was a kid, it was Czechoslovakia.
Yes.
Still.
Exactly. That's where I was born. I was born in Czechoslovakia.
Okay.
And then it got separated. And
So the Czech Republic and Slovakia.
Slovakia. Yes, we're a small little country in the middle of Europe.
And then below is Hungary?
Below is Hungary, yeah, and then on the top is Poland.
Right, okay.
And then on the east we have Ukraine, the borders with Ukraine, and then Austria.
How's been the situation with Ukraine?
You know what? I'm talking to my parents, but they say like, oh, the war is still going on, but it's not really affecting.
Okay.
Like, they don't have any refugees, or
okay.
So it's okay.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, but I mean that whole area is like so rich in like Prague and Budapest.
Yeah.
Like those are crazy. They
Yeah.
can see how much power.
Yeah.
And
It used to be.
Right?
Yeah. It's beautiful. Like Prague is one of my favorite cities, and they're all very close. Like Budapest is like 3 hours from where we live. But they're all beautiful. Bratislava is beautiful too, but it's in Slovakia. But it's Slovakia is beautiful. Like the nature, the
That's what I was going to say. Nature. Yeah. Uh-huh.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I'd like to go. I'd like to go one day.
Yeah,
I've
not many
just seen
people
pictures.
come. Yeah, not many people come. We got also skiing. We got the high Tatras.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So there is like skiing. There's a lot of hiking.
Nice,
so it's
nice.
Good, yeah.
So you went from Slovakia, then you went to London.
London, yes. That was London for 2 years. So I came back to Slovakia. I finished my university. And then I never wanted to stay in Slovakia. So I went back.
Where did you meet Ricky?
Oh, Ricky. Oh, that's a long time ago. I think we were maybe like But maybe I met him first. I was maybe like 16 or 17.
Wow.
16 or 17, and then we got together when we were in 19 or 20, something like this. So we've been together for a long time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like over
Wow.
25 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a bond, that one.
Wow. Okay.
But the funny thing is, we used to go out, and then we broke up.
Okay.
We broke up, and then we found the way back to each other.
Interesting, right? And so you finished your bachelor's degree in
I finished my master's.
Master's in Slovakia?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
So I finished my master's in Slovakia, and then I was teaching in high school, like 18 years old students, for a year. I had my own class. I was like a head of the class. I really enjoyed, but I never wanted to stay
In Slovakia.
in Slovakia. So so I decided to go back to London, and I was working as a teacher in a preschool. And for like, I don't know, 6, 7 years maybe. Yeah, something like that. And
Wow.
then, and then work took us to Canada, and from Canada here.
Philosophy. Why did you so English you wanted to
Yeah.
get out of Slovakia,
Yeah.
and so you wanted to get really good at English, so you kept studying that, right?
That's the question I'm asking this today. Like, why did I choose philosophy? I don't know. I just really liked it. I really liked it, and I know it's kind of useless because you don't really. Where would everybody? When I say, "Oh, I have masters in philosophy," so everybody's laughing, right? But it's interesting. Like, it's interesting to study because there are a lot of theories, and so it's nice. It was nice combination with English.
With English.
Yeah, and a lot of books are actually written in English. The philosophy books that we haven't been translated into Slovak or Czech, so we were doing that too in our studies. We had to like translate a couple of books.
What are some of your favorite philosophers?
I don't really have any. Yeah,
People that you liked? No.
not really.
Books.
No.
So what's the meaning of life?
Oh yeah, let's talk. It has a lot of meanings. So you see, that's what philosophy is good. It's good because then you can just talk for hours. You don't have to come to any conclusion with the philosophy. You just talk. It's like, what do you think? What I think, and then
It's connection, right? It's connection.
Yeah.
It's it's like newness. You're creating, right? It's like art too, in a way.
Yeah.
And it's like whatever your perception is
Exactly.
what you think.
Exactly. That's your own philosophy. Yeah.
You don't like any of the Greek philosophers?
Yeah.
It's so interesting, no?
They're all very interesting, and they all like kind of like a little bit connected. But I never had. I wasn't like a true student of philosophy. So there were students who were like, "Oh, I really like Kant," or "I really like I don't know." But I was like, "Yeah, it's okay."
It's cool, but like I'm not gonna get all crazy about because
crazy,
I mean, really, right? It's your perception, so it's like let's not
Yeah.
get all crazy about somebody else's perception.
And also sometimes I was reading these books and I was like, what is it? I don't understand. So you like have to like read it again and again and again. It's your mind how it translates it to you, right? It's not given like, oh yes, this is how it should be. It's again just you how you explain it to yourself.
Your perception, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So how do you like doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu after all these years, becoming a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Black Belt? How do you? What does a black belt mean to you?
Oh, I cried, right, the day I got, because I swear on my life, I was like, I never expected belts. Like, I was like, I'm so happy with my white. I'm so happy with my blue. And I was so happy with my brown belt because there is so much to learn. And then, so when you get the black belt, it's just, you have kind of responsibility now. Like, you have to show, it's not just like what you know on the mat, but you have to behave as a black belt. So yeah. So when I got it, I was like really crying, and I don't want this black belt. I didn't feel ready. I didn't feel ready, and I think you should never feel ready, right? But yeah, it was, and then it slowly is like sinks in. It's still sometimes when I put it, I was like, this means a lot, you know.
When did you like? Was it right before? Right before you got like? Exam, you got like. I guess you guys were laughing about it, right? You and Andrea, when you guys looked at each other, you had some kind of thing going on.
Because everybody, so I didn't know, and then when you called my name, Andrea is like, yeah, and I'm like, what? You no, you go, you go. I didn't want to go. I didn't want to go up there, but it's honor, you know. It's an amazing thing to be a. It's the first martial arts that I have ever done in my life, because in Slovakia we never. When I think back, it's always like athletics, you know, volleyball, but we never did. I never did martial arts. So when I started here,
Or like any kind of individual, like combat, like a wrestling thing or judo.
I never did. That was like kickboxing. I know the boys went kickboxing, but girls never really. I was never, and I lived in a little town, so we didn't have too many things to choose from. Probably now it's different. So they have like wrestling, and they have judo now.
And jiu-jitsu is growing a lot too
Yes,
in
exactly.
Slovakia.
But again, there is no jiu-jitsu on the eastern side where we live. It's a lot on the around the capital, but not where we live.
The Czech side, Czech
Yeah.
Republic,
Yeah.
and Poland too.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Mm.
So yeah, it's interesting, and then yeah, there is one black belt woman in Slovakia, so I'm the second
Okay.
Slovakian
Okay.
getting.
Who was the first?
I don't know her name, but her husband is. I have to check with Ricky.
Okay.
I don't remember her name. Yeah.
Nice. So how is it living in LA these days?
These days is good. The beginning was horrible. I like the first 2 years. I
In
didn't have
LA?
any friends. Yeah, and because I didn't do anything. I haven't practiced jiu-jitsu. It was all about work. So when I joined Clube, I met all my friends, you know, like Andrea and Felix was there. And then today, Professor Pamela came to the women's class, so I met her there, Professor Lulu. So, yeah, all the people, and then we got really close. So that's when
Did you go to jiu-jitsu first, or did Ricky go?
Ricky.
Okay.
Ricky started way before me. And he was like, yeah. And I never understood, because he was like always with his gi, I need to go to class. I was like, why do you need to do that? Like, is it just one day? Don't go one day. No. I have to go. And then when I started, then I was like, now I understand. Because I was the same. I was like, I have to go to every class.
Do you remember your first class?
I remember my first class. I remember Professor Brian was teaching it.
Brian Gregerson.
Yes. And he was the one who actually, because I used to sit on the sofa, watch them practice. And he was like, you coming to my class tomorrow? And I'm like, oh, okay, I'll come. So I came to class, and I was paired up with Lulu. So Lulu is like, I'll show you this. You can do this. You can do this. And then I just like loved it from the first second. And I cried a lot, like when we were rolling, and like we came home, and I had tears in my eyes. And Vicky's like, why are you crying? It's like, I don't know. But it was just like, it was so emotional, and it's just all those feelings there. It's just amazing. I just love it.
Yeah. It's challenging, right?
Yes.
Ego
Definitely.
getting.
Yeah.
Do you remember your first submission?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like armbars. There were armbars left and right. Oof, that was.
But do you remember you getting your first submission, submitting somebody else?
Me submitting. Oh, I don't even know that. I don't remember.
Really? Okay. I'm just curious. Like, what did you feel like? Man, this is good for me. Like, I really, really love this. What was it? What was that really like? Man, where you made you get the bug?
It's just something that I have never done before. So it was so new, and also, so when you practice it, it's like your whole body. It's like when you wake up and then you feel everything, like from your toes to your head. You're like, oh, this this is so hard. And I think it's just that made me
The challenge.
the challenge, made me push myself. Well, I didn't even have to push myself because I really wanted to go. I really wanted to do it. It's so
Yeah,
much fun.
it's everything, right? You put everything into every
Everything, yeah.
role. You're
Yeah.
completely present.
Yeah,
You don't think about anything
Yeah.
else.
yeah. It's like in a zone. You go and then you do, and then how you have your little game, and then how the others have their little game. It's so much fun. So much fun. And now I love that all these girls come, so you can roll with girls. It's just amazing.
We have a lot of women, and you
Yeah.
you run the women's class on Saturday mornings, 9 a.m.
Yes.
It was just packed. We
Yes.
just came from there, and so
Yes.
like
It makes me so happy. I love all the girls, and they work so hard. And you can see in their eyes, they come because they love it too. They want to do it. So all girls.
what's your intent with the women's class when you think about it?
When I think about it, it gives you so much confidence. So I want the girls to be like confident in what they do, and it makes them stronger.
Confident in just everything.
Just everything,
like
in
life.
just life, yeah. Because it made me confident. So I'm sure, that's what it is. And then, you make your little relationship with the girls. It's
The
nice.
friendships.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Like when you first moved, you didn't
Yeah.
have too many people. And
Yeah, and I look up to all the girls who come into the gym because we have a couple of girls who just walked into the gym. It's like, okay, I just want to try it, and they stayed. So it's already courage,
Yeah. It takes a lot of courage just
Yeah.
to walk in the door,
Yes,
right?
Yes, and you don't know what you're coming into, right? But then everybody here in Legacy is so nice, so I'm not surprised they're staying.
So how does it give you confidence? You're just like, your intent is that
It's the
for
mind.
women.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's just the mind. Like whatever it teaches you like a lot of respect. It teaches you, and then you feel that you're somehow stronger, like inside. I had this like a silly incident with one of these girls. We were out. That was a couple of years ago. And it was a very beginning of my jiu-jitsu. And this girl came up to me like face to face, and she was like, "Move out of my way." And it just gave me, it's like without thinking, I was like so calm, just look down, you move. So otherwise, I would just, before I would like, oh, okay, just,
Yeah.
I would let her go. But it's just something it builds inside you. It just make you stronger. Yeah.
Do you have any other examples? I'm just curious. That's cool. Like you're able to like like something physical like that. If there was something,
Yeah.
but you're able to like stay calm and make
Yes,
the right
stay calm.
decision. And I think
Yeah.
just that calmness, the other girl's like, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
She knew because you're so confident.
Yeah.
And you're,
It's just the
maybe she was maybe much
Yes.
bigger than you or whatever. But you're
Yeah.
like, no, I know what I can
Yeah.
do.
It's just exactly. It's just your mind. It knows. It's like, I'm not here to go and fight. I'm here to
Make the right decisions,
make
stay
the
calm.
right decisions.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Yeah, she's being rude by
Yes.
telling you to get out of the
Yes.
way, and that
And
wasn't
there was
right. And
plenty
if you,
of it wasn't like there was no space. There was like plenty of space.
She's being-
around me.
being- yeah.
Just being.
Yeah.
She was like, let me just bully this one.
yeah, and you would have
Chose
been
the-
guilty if you
yeah.
chose wrong.
chose the wrong one.
But you'd be guilty of just
Yeah.
doing the wrong thing
Yeah.
too, right? If you've
Yeah.
said that, yeah.
Yeah. So it really, yeah. So I would like to build the confidence in the girls.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, you feel it when everybody's like supporting each other. It's a really, really strong team, strong squad.
Yeah, and Professor Andrea and Professor Anjanette is helping me, so that's amazing, Because sometimes we have very new girls to come in, so we can split the class, and then we can focus, the higher belts a little bit more advanced, and then the more basic for the
Nice.
new girls.
I was talking to Monika today because she brought Bella,
she?
Nell's daughter, to the
she's gonna try the class. Saw her
she did
downstairs.
the 10 a.m. class and then she did TACFIT
Yes.
last week, and so yeah, I was telling her about the women's class. You should try the women's
Yeah,
class. You know,
yes.
I was like, I just try it. There's all levels here.
Yeah,
It's perfect. You know,
exactly.
just you never know. Even just one class, right? And
Yeah.
maybe it changes your mindset of
It definitely will. It will. Yeah, she should try. She already tried the TACFIT, so she should. I talked to her. Be careful, Nelson.
It's amazing, and it keeps giving, right? The gift, you know. You know, speaking of so like I always say that, right? We after a lot of years of training, like then TACFIT, like you TACFIT, like you always needed those kinds of things, but I never really learned proper like how to, you know, compensate, turn off the muscles. I wasn't even aware of that, right?
Yeah.
But like just TACFIT has all those things, all those pieces in there, and so as you do it, you learn, and then you feel better.
Yep.
You want to share with us your experience of how your TACFIT journey, how it began?
So yeah, so I started.
Since you're the head coach now.
So I started just before the pandemic, when I really got into it, and then on Zoom that was like nonstop every day.
Yeah.
And
You and Andrea did every single
every
class
class.
on the schedule.
Yes.
From early morning, afternoon,
Yeah.
all day long.
And I think we just like fell in love with it because I think that time during the pandemic, like my physique, I was in the best shape ever. Like it was perfect just during TACFIT, because we barely did, because I was with Ricky, so we did a little bit of jiu-jitsu, but it was like TACFIT, and it was like the flow. There were some classes with you, with Rob, and then we were talking with Andrea. It's like, it's really cool. Let's just get certified. So then we got certified.
And you had some club bells in the house because you had that little garage,
yes.
right, too?
So Ricky, just before the pandemic, he rebuilt the garage into gym. He got some club bells. So we were like fully ready. It's like we knew that it's coming.
I know, right? That's funny. It was like right before too, like the month before.
Yes. So so we had everything, and that was a perfect setup. So I fell in love with it, and then since then I just cannot get rid of TACFIT. But I don't want to. I love it. And I would love to spread it,
Yeah.
So.
And so you guys got all started. It was you, Lulu, Andrea.
And Andrea, yes.
Had a little squad, right? You guys were communicating online.
Yes.
You guys did it. It was the online.
Yes, the
first
online.
Right.
Yes.
People had wanted that for like over, forever, for like the last previous 10, 15 years. But there was like, no, you got to do it in person.
Yes.
And because of the pandemic, we had to do it, right?
But then I did my test in person.
Right.
With Rob.
Right,
so that was
right.
cool. That was cool. Andrea, I think she did it online. I think she was with Juan David. I think she tested with Juan David online. He's strict.
Yeah, he's very strict. Yeah.
He's amazing. And I think it's the same with Quebrado and Taylor. They did the same time.
Quebrado did the first one. It was right before the pandemic.
Yeah.
When Scott's son Nestor was here and stuff, and then he didn't have an idea of what it took, right, for the certification, but he was there, and then he did it. He actually got certified. He followed through with it.
Okay.
And then then we had the online one, and because I knew we were gonna have an academy, the prep for it.
Yes.
He was like, I'm gonna do it again.
Yes, and then Taylor did it too.
Right.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, they have an amazing group in Eagle Rock too.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing really well. Mm-hmm. They're amazing. I was there last week. They had a little like a mace workshop.
Mm-hmm.
So we visited with Myra. That was cool.
Nice.
Yeah. So we should do workshops too here.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go. Yeah, ready for you. Yeah. And then you kept going. You did the club bell. You did the flow fit.
So I did the flow fit, and then I did the club bell. Yeah, club bell certification again with Quebrado and Taylor. They did. We certified again. We had the test here with Rob, and now I'm training for level 2. It's hard work.
You already got your pull-ups in, right?
Yes, 30. I'm there. But yeah, I have to work. I have to get ready properly. There are some people coming, right?
It's funny because you're so nice and like very humble, but then you're so competitive inside. You know, you're so competitive, but you're so like you come off so like you don't speak much. You're very like
Yeah.
very reserved,
Yeah.
but inside you're like,
Yeah.
no,
I don't like
I'm gonna do good.
Yeah, I don't like I don't like speaking too much because I rather stay quiet and listen, and absorb than saying something stupid that has no point. So yeah.
I was gonna ask you, how did we're talking about jiu-jitsu. How did TACFIT translate into your jiu-jitsu? How did it make your jiu-jitsu better?
Oh,
Curious to hear that.
It's all connected. Like we have like the moves that we're doing in TACFIT, it's just all connected there. So it does help me with everything in jiu-jitsu. And also it helps me to keep my my joints and everything nice and healthy, and keep me stronger for jiu-jitsu, because that's what you need.
Yeah. Did you feel stronger? Like I know people. I remember people are
They
commented to me like,
always-
"Man, she's she's so strong now. Like it's a different strength, right?"
Yeah, it is, because you have that, like, just a little thing, when we holding the kettlebells, and it's like, oh, elbows into your ribs. So that's what you do in jiu-jitsu, right? Your elbows in.
That's it.
So exactly, that's it. That like little thing.
It's all the same body mechanics.
Yes.
That translates to the mat.
Yes.
That translates to Muay Thai.
Yeah.
That translates into broader
Yeah.
body mechanics in life.
And
To
I
be more
wish-
efficient, to be strong.
Yeah, and I wish people would see that, and I wish more people would come enjoy the TACFIT classes, because it would just benefit them. It wouldn't, it wouldn't hurt them. It would just make them better.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
And I like also, I would love people to come and do the TACFIT before they get hurt, because some people come like, oh, I got hurt, let me just do TACFIT. But don't just prepare yourself for jiu-jitsu by doing TACFIT, and don't let yourself get hurt, because that's what it does for you. So when you're already nice and strong and everything is strong, it's very hard to get hurt, right?
Yeah, you become more because you get more mobile.
Mobile,
You're
yeah.
able to move in all the different
Yes,
directions, right? The
yes.
6 degrees of
6
freedom.
degrees of freedom,
And
yes.
so because of that, it prevents injuries.
Yes.
And then if you do get injured, which happens, right?
Yeah.
You know what to do to recover. And so
Yeah.
instead of something really taking you out, you're
Yeah.
able to recover almost like right away,
Yeah,
because you know what to do.
yeah, exactly.
And then you get stronger. It improves
Yep.
your performance.
Yep. All these things.
Yeah.
So I wish, I wish people would love them to understand. It only helps you.
Yeah. 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 I think just people trying out a class, just start, right? Just begin. Like it's same thing with jiu-jitsu, right?
Yeah.
We can talk all about it,
Yeah.
but you don't know till you do it.
Till you do it. Exactly.
And then go for a couple weeks, right? Go for 2 weeks. Go like twice,
Yeah.
once,
Yeah.
So go for like 4 classes. To
Yeah.
go for 2 weeks,
Yeah.
and you'll start to feel a difference, right?
Yeah.
You'll start to feel a difference, like jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Say feel difference, but in jiu-jitsu, like you start to get the routine, right?
Routine, yes. Yes.
But I felt, just if you had pains, or you had not just pains, but you just start to feel better.
Yes.
Things are more connected.
Yes, exactly. And we have a nice team. Like Coach Andrea is teaching on Tuesdays and Wednesday. Erica is teaching Monday evening and Friday. We have Dustin on Saturday. So you can like pick and choose like who you like, or which classes you want to do, and just come and just come and try.
Professor X on the flows.
The Professor X on
He's
the
really
floors.
good.
He's really good, yes. And then Myra in the evenings. They're all good.
Yeah,
They're all
yeah,
amazing.
they're all amazing. Yeah,
They're all amazing.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm really proud, to see. It's so much work, right?
Yes.
To pass all these
Yes.
certifications,
Yes.
like the flow fit. It's great because you just become better
Yeah.
in the process.
Yes. And it's you will, and even your form, your technique, everything. Because I remember at the very beginning when we started working out with Andrea, so we started doing TACFIT, and then during the certification they asked us to do these little videos, like record ourselves and to send it to. We had little groups.
Send it to the coach.
And then when I saw myself, I was like, oh, I have so much work to do on myself, because I was hearing all the words like, okay, hollow body, shoulders back, but it's when you saw, it's like, oh, I'm actually not doing it. So you like connecting your body and your brain, and then it's just like works together, everything, and then little by little, you just have your perfect form.
It's crazy, huh? And just the quality of the movement, right? The quality of the movement,
Yes.
really focusing on
Yes.
all the little details,
they
like the 7 key
small-
components.
Yes.
Shoulder pack, elbow
Yeah,
lock, like
yeah.
just all the things. In doing that,
The-
your brain starts to get better with
Yeah.
the right amount of stress, right?
Yes,
It's like how much
yes.
brain when you start to, because I've been going
Yeah.
all these neuroscience courses these last years, and it's just crazy how much thought has been
Yes.
put into every single thing.
Yes.
And we can talk all about it, but we
Yes.
know how we feel
Yes.
after we do TACFIT.
TACFIT, exactly. And you feel amazing.
Yeah, you
That's
feel
how
amazing.
feel.
And I mean, it's you do it, you feel better, you feel younger, you feel
everything.
connected.
And that's what I'm telling to my parents as well. Move. Oh, I move. I go up the stairs and down. That's not moving. Just do little ones. Do little movements, and it helps.
The interflow, right?
Yeah, exactly. Just little ones, small ones.
Yeah.
I was talking to Mike in the morning. He says like, "Oh, I've got sciatica." So just go join the interflow. If you don't feel like doing the exercises, don't do the exercises, but just do your little warm up, do the little compensation.
That's it. That's it.
And that's it.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Don't have to push.
Yeah, yeah. Like the TACFIT, right? There's like the 3 rings. Like it was built on CST, right?
Yeah.
The CST technology, circular strength training. Before TACFIT, it was called CST,
Yeah.
and then TACFIT kind of evolved. And it's like the interflow,
Yeah.
right? Moving all of our joints,
Yeah.
moving all of our,
Yeah.
or
Like soft tissues and
just moving all of our joints in space
Yeah.
to give them mapping where
Yeah.
where our body parts are in space, right?
Yeah.
Because we have a mapping of that, like a
Yeah.
GPS system of
Yeah.
where we are in space. And when our brain knows where our things are, we move it in space.
yeah.
It starts to release tension in the body,
Yeah.
and it starts to release the synovial fluid, ground substance,
Yeah.
like all the things. You change out the oil, right, in all the joints, and it's like a shot of, like Scott says, like a shot of espresso
So
by moving all of your joints, and then because of that, everything stays connected, right? Gets better connected. And then then the flow fit, right? The 6
Yes.
degrees of freedom, like we start
Yeah.
to move our body with some resistance, right? Well, it depends what you need, but we try to not get all of our ranges of motion.
emotions, yes.
The 6 degrees of freedom, right? Because if we're not sure how to move, if our body can't move, we don't have the mobility, right? That's an issue, right?
Yeah.
There's like
Yeah.
there's a blank,
Blank, like a block.
a blind spot, right? And so we just keep living our life, but we're not even aware that
Aware,
we're
yeah.
like missing that mobility.
Yeah.
We have
I
like
was reading his book, and it was like, it's so nice. It's like where is no movement, it's like death, right?
that's it. That's it. Yeah. Like he has the 4 stages, right? So
Yeah.
like residual tension,
Yeah.
right? So like after you, let's say you squat, you lift a bunch of weights, and
Yeah.
you stay so sore, right? And then if you don't compensate, if you don't turn off the muscles after you train, a few minutes,
Yeah.
it just stays tight.
Yeah.
And then the next level is your fascia. It starts,
Yeah.
the fibroblasts start sending out
Sending
fibers to make it thicker, to be more efficient for maybe the next time.
Exactly.
And so it starts to get thicker. It gets thicker, and then
And
that's bad because the next level is the motor amnesia. You forget how to
Yes,
move in that
more
direction,
Yes. Yes.
and then
But nobody is really teaching you this. Like,
right. He because of his suppose his learning disability, his dyslexia, right? He was able to just
Yeah.
break things down to the most simple
Yeah.
level. So like me and you can understand all this,
Yeah.
like not me, not you, me. Okay, for me, understand all this neuroscience like stuff, But he broke it down
yeah.
to make it simple. It's
Yeah.
crazy. Like motor amnesia. Okay,
Yeah.
I can't move in that direction, And then the next level after that is that fear reactivity where you go in that direction
Exactly.
and you're like shaking and you're like, oh my God,
I'm scared to move because
I'm going to pull a muscle.
Yes.
Yeah, something's going to break.
Yeah.
And so we can keep moving, staying out of pain always, but we start to, improve our mobility. And then when we improve our mobility, everything starts to work better.
You're happier too, right? Exactly.
That's it. And then the principles, right? Same thing translates over to the club bell. And so those are the three rings, right? Was the Interflow, the Flow Fit, and then the club bell. And that's the foundation, right?
Yeah.
And then, like the TACFIT is that, with stress, right? Going into stress and being really, we want to have stress, but too much stress.
Too much stress, exactly.
Right? Because that's where the magic happens. That's where you get in neuroplasticity, the new, the changes, right?
Yeah.
We learn.
And then the breathing too, right?
Right. And so we're always working in that 60 to 80% of our heart rate max.
Yeah.
So not to get all crazy technical, but to be able to have that neuroplasticity, but we don't want to go too deep, where we're pushing crazy. Less is more.
Yes.
Because then we get the cortisol, we get the all the stress hormones, and then things start to get messed up.
Sometimes it's just nice to like move. Like even when you don't even feel that you have a workout, because everybody's like, if I don't work out crazy, I don't work out. That's not true.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just nice. I always tell everybody, just go as far as you can go.
Mm-hmm.
And if it doesn't feel like you're working out, it's still working out. It's still good because you're still moving. So
I don't even like to look at it like because people like exercise, workout. Man, it's like a lifestyle. It's it's a lifestyle. People that do TACFIT right there, like I'm a lifer. I'm a TACFIT lifer. I'm gonna do this for the rest of my life. Like
exactly.
And it's not like it's like man, this is what you need to do to stay healthy, to be able to. I mean, not everybody wants to be the best, but if you want to be your best, this is what you need to do.
Yeah. If you want to have a nice and long life.
Yeah.
You better move. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to stay moving, keep moving, right?
Yes.
Because what we don't use, we lose, right?
Yes.
Our movement capacity, we lose our mobility.
Yeah. And that's what I said. Like nobody really told us from the, when we were kids or taught this to us. Like, oh, this is what you should do. Or maybe we wouldn't even listen when you were like younger, like whatever, right?
Yeah.
But now it's there is so many like people who were doing sports and now they are like so stiff because they were never compensating. They were never doing what they were supposed to do.
Right. TACFIT's a recovery-based system, right? So it's all about recovery.
Yeah.
And in the recovery, that's where you get stronger.
Yeah.
Like Scott Sonnen always says, like you get stronger in the recovery.
Yeah.
I'm like, I feel like I just repeat all the things that we learn. I learn the things, but it's like you get stronger in the recovery.
But this is true.
So instead of like, I'm still even after all these years, I'm still like, I still have to wrap my head around it. Like, less is more.
Yes.
Like, what am I doing to recover?
Yeah.
So I can do more.
Yes. Right.
So I should be. You train hard, but you want to recover harder.
Yes. It's exactly. It's for your. It's your life. It's not for you to exhaust yourself. It's for you to get on with your life better than you would do it without it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Man, talk about like some of the tools that we use. Gymnastic rings, parallettes, kettlebells, club bells, or club bells, steel maces. Just all the things. Like, how do you? I remember when I first got into it, I was just like, like, not mind blown, but I was just like a fan. Just that we use all the different tools that's there.
Yeah.
And
well, kettlebells I was used to because I think I started. Because I used to do kettle jitsu with Professor Joey.
Yeah.
And then also we used to do like strength and conditioning classes with Ricky. So we used kettlebells. But like club bells and mace, that was like new for me. And it's something that club bell, like kettlebells, you bringing them up and down, but the club bells, like you move like left and right and you do the mills and you do everything with them. So it took a while. It took a while just to like even like balance, right? To learn the grip and to balance the club bell. And then when the mace came, that was another thing to learn. but yeah, they totally different.
Yeah, it was cool watching you, teaching the club bell to people, and then you doing it, and just being so focused.
I
And
just love it.
it's like it's like moving meditation.
Yeah. And you know what I realized? Like talking and doing it, when you want to do it like nicely, like the perfect form, it's so hard.
Robert made it look easy, right?
Oh yeah. I miss him dearly.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, he's like a textbook of, like a coach. He's amazing.
Yeah.
He's amazing. Like we learned a lot from him, and it's so hard to fill in his shoes. And also, I'm not trying to be Rob because I will never be.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah,
Well-
it's hard.
Well, I'm excited. I know how you work. I've had the honor of kind of watching you grow in jiu-jitsu, and I know how you work. You're very soft spoken, but everybody that knows you knows that you're very serious.
Oh yeah.
And whatever
I'm
you do,
super
you go
strict.
all in,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it's quality.
Yes. Exactly. If I do something, I really want to do it. Like if I put my head into it, like with my work, with my job, this is what it is. It's I do it and I do it. If I cannot do it, I won't take it on
Yeah.
because I want to bring people something that's like valuable. If you do it halfway, what's the point, right?
Mhm.
So you have to be in.
Yeah. So where does that come from? Where does that trait of I don't know, you being competitive, wanting to be, at the best, you just
It's
you're
so
you
funny.
get so focused, and you're very soft spoken, like I said, but people that know you, you want to do good,
Yes.
you want to do good.
Yes. I don't know. So I'm so competitive. I think it's because of we used to compete at school with athletics. So
Okay.
I think that at home, well, I wasn't really, I had older siblings. I have older siblings, so we were never like competing or whatever.
Yeah.
But no, it's just I don't know. It's just in me. It's my sister too. She's like that too. If she wants to do something, she does it like 100%, and there is no just like okay, just halfway. No, we do it or you don't do it.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
the way, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Do it right or don't do it at all.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and if you love doing something, then it's easier, right?
Do you love jiu-jitsu?
Yes.
Do you love TACFIT?
Oh yeah. I do. I love them so much. Both. It's just it's so nice to have it, together. I think I find my
Your
my
niche.
thing. Yeah.
Your thing.
Yeah.
For sure. It's so funny. Like some of the guys, they see you working out in the group classes, and they're trying to keep up with you and stuff.
You see, and it shouldn't be like that. It's like I'm working for myself. Like I work. It's like I'm not. I try not to look at, but you'll see it. You'll see it.
Well, raise it.
They want to. I always say just if you. So what I like about TACFIT is it's the regressions and
Progressions. That's
right?
the magic. Yeah.
So I know, and you have to know for yourself. Like don't look. I'm not looking at you. I'm not looking at Nelson what he does. Right. I'm going to look.
Yeah, Nelson.
I'm looking what I can do. If I cannot do the next step, I'm going
Progression,
to
yeah.
the first one. I'm going to be perfect at it, and
That's
when
it.
I know the next step, I can do the next step. Then I'm going to try for the next step.
Uh-huh.
So everybody should do it like that. Don't look at anybody.
Yeah.
And even in your jiu-jitsu journey,
Yeah.
don't look at anybody. This one has a belt. This one doesn't have a belt. It's like everybody has a different journey. Everybody learns differently. There are younger people who just pick it up like this. For me, it could take like a month to pick up things, So everybody's learning differently. So yeah, that's why this is the thing. Like always look at yourself. What you do it with all your might, you know, and then when you're ready for the next step, you do the next
Do
step.
it, do it right, right? Do it right.
Yeah.
Only better is better, and
Yes.
better is doing those regressions, if you want to call it regression,
Yeah.
whatever your level you're at.
Yeah.
You get that down.
It doesn't mean regression is something easy,
No.
you know.
For example, on the the tripod
Yeah.
regressions, the tables for me, it's still the hardest for me
Yeah,
because
for
of
me
how
too.
I'm shaped.
Yes, exactly. That's how I feel. The table lift is so much harder for me than the progressions. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's crazy. That's why I was like, always just look at yourself. This is
What's
a
what
little
you need.
fight with yourself.
Right.
Nobody else.
Like I think you've heard me say, like in my video, I say just like it's a, like in jiu-jitsu or in combat, like you have an opponent, right? You're fighting against somebody else.
Yeah.
Here, you're fighting against yourself.
Yourself, yes.
It's only you versus you.
Yes, exactly. That's what
And
it
the goal or the fight is, your technique.
is. Yes.
And so if your technique's not good because you're not there on the level yet, you need to regress.
Yes.
It's built in there for that. Are you over breathing?
Yes.
So if you're not breathing right, you're losing the fight.
That's it.
And so you regress, progress, and you keeping the goal is to keep your technique, right?
Yes, exactly. That's the point.
And then in that magic of the technique, the
Yeah.
proper technique, you're winning no matter where you're at.
Yes.
If you're doing the lowest level, that's great. You're
Great,
winning.
Exactly.
If
The-
you're at the highest level,
Yeah.
great. You're winning as long as
Yeah.
you keep that heart rate where it needs to be,
Yes.
right? You're not over breathing.
Yes, and it's always return to the basics. Just with jiu-jitsu, right? Everything starts with the basic.
Do
If
you always do that the highest levels in the techniques?
Yeah, yeah.
No,
I
but
like
do you go to the regressions?
Yes, I do.
Right?
I do. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, I
of course.
do.
Me too. Scott's son, and it's like I just do this one,
Yeah.
the lowest one. It's what
Exactly.
you need on that day,
On
right?
that day, exactly.
And everybody has different
And
things in life.
Nobody knows what you need, but you.
You exactly. Yeah, like into flow, right? Intuitive flow, but this whole system makes you more intuitive,
Yes.
makes you more connected with yourself.
And then you're just so aware of your body, you're aware of what you're using, how you do it, and everything. And then, yeah, you progress. But just give yourself time.
Yeah, that's it. Enjoy the journey, right? That's why
Enjoy
the people
journey. Yes.
people say I'm a lifer
Yeah.
because it's not just a fitness, it's not
Exactly.
some gimmick thing, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
How many years has it been now?
With TACFIT?
Yeah, it's like
I
the fourth
wanna
year.
say 4.
Yeah, 4 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, and it just gets better and better.
Yeah.
Just gets better and better. Yeah, I wish that I would have had a TACFIT gym to go to
Right?
when I first got introduced to it by Scott Son in
Yeah.
2007,
Wow. That was a long time.
15 years ago. But there wasn't. And I went to the old website was Armax International, now it's tacfit.com. And so I looked at some of the pictures and I was like, I don't know if I really trust. There wasn't a gym,
Yeah.
And so I always wanted to go to a TACFIT gym, but there weren't any TACFIT gyms.
Yeah.
And that's how we started it here with,
Yeah.
I got Robert helped
Yeah.
me, and we made the TACFIT gym here.
Yeah.
And I feel like, we're joking about how, you're pushing the pace, but I think the energy of everybody together really elevates you.
Yes.
Really helps you in your,
Yeah.
and you wanting to do good,
Yeah.
you wanting to do your best,
And it's such a little, it's like a little community. And they help each other as well.
Right.
During the class, like I saw Myra.
I'm talking to them because they're kickboxing
They're
so loud downstairs. Yeah.
So yeah, I saw Myra and Aurelia. They were like, "Oh, okay, so we're doing it." So they helping each other.
Correct.
It's so amazing to
Yeah.
see.
Yeah, that's
Because
it.
she's been doing it for a while, So wherever she feels confident, then so she helps. She
Yeah.
helps others, which is
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I think I'm crazy of how far I've gone into like just TACFIT. I'm like, am I crazy? But I'm like, no, man.
No.
It's like all these people that do it, they get in the best shapes of their
Yeah.
lives. They lose weight. They just feel better. They look
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm not crazy. And then the quality of people that we have involved in the
Yes.
system as well.
Yes. Exactly.
I'm like, okay, these guys, they know what's good and what's not good.
Yeah.
And the fact that they're like focusing
Yes.
and bowing down, to the system, it's like,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
I'm not crazy. I'm not the only
No.
crazy one.
Then we all crazy.
Yeah, yeah. Because jiu-jitsu, like you think about stuff like all the time, like techniques and this, but TACFIT's the same thing, right?
Same thing, yes. Yes.
How
For
how
sure.
how much TACFIT have you been thinking about lately?
Lately it's a lot because I'm always like Ricky's always like, what are all these papers? Because I'm doing the protocols. There are papers everywhere. What are you doing? Yeah, so it's like, and it's like a learning journey for me because when you look at it and then you put the exercises together, you want them to make sense.
Correct, yeah.
So yeah, it's so lately it's all there,
Yeah.
always,
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, I mean,
It's not like it hasn't been before.
Right.
Before too. It's just now. It's like just the little more step that I have to do. But otherwise, it was the same thing. It was I have to do. I'm missing it or I'm not missing it. I need to go. If I can do it here, I have to do it at home. So.
No, like Scott Sonnet, right? He says like, you should be doing interval every day
Yeah.
because it's like a shot of espresso. You move
Yeah.
all the stuff. You take away the tension in the body. You see restrictions where you're tight,
Yeah.
right? And then get your heart rate up
Yeah.
like for about 20 minutes
Yeah.
a day. Like our TACFIT our TACFIT classes
Yeah.
are around our workout. The workout is
20
around
minutes,
20
yes.
minutes. That's it.
Yeah. Exactly.
So you do like your proper, interflow, your warm up, right?
Yeah.
Activation,
Yes.
then the workout,
Workout
and then the cool down, compensation, cool down, right?
Yeah. That's what I think is different. It's not really like a cool down. It's cool down, but compensation is like you're compensating the exercises that you did. So
To turn off all those
yes,
muscles that we use,
exactly.
right?
Exactly.
So we can
Yeah.
release the tension. Reciprocal inhibition.
There you go.
Flexing the opposite side of the body
The
to turn
body.
off the
Yes.
to turn off the not the body but the bicep tricep, right? Flexing
Yes.
the bicep to turn off the tricep, vice versa,
Yeah, exactly.
just depending on the agonist antagonist muscle
Yeah.
that you're using. You're using a lot of. Usually it's like squeezing the butt, opening those hips up, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And that helps just for life because we all sit down too much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Everybody's like, oh, my lower back. Everybody's lower back, knees. A lot of people with sciatica these days too. It's like
The stress,
crazy.
everything gets tight,
Yeah.
It's stress, and
Yeah.
so like moving all that stuff, moving your hips around in the circles and stuff,
Yeah.
just like some
Yeah.
simple things like that.
Simple things.
Opening up the hips like releases tension because you
Yeah.
release the tension.
I
The
was-
nerve, the side doesn't
Yeah.
get pinched, right?
Yeah, I was looking at his videos, Scott Son, on like the interflow videos, and then he's like, like the
It you goes through that
circles.
performance muscle or whatever that area,
Yeah.
because the stress you hold on the stress
Yeah.
you hold a lot down there.
Yeah, and also he's like doing like these circles on the side with his leg. It's like because you don't really lift it, and then when you think about it, it's like you don't really go and lift your leg to the side, right?
You've been studying a lot of his old stuff.
Oh yeah,
Okay, yeah.
It's pretty cool. It's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
yeah. It looks crazy, right?
Yeah.
But you're like,
Hope-
this makes sense.
Yeah, I hope I will get to meet him. One
Yeah,
day.
October is coming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so fingers crossed.
Yeah, hopefully he makes it, right?
We should.
Yeah. So, I wanted to just ask you, like, what, you talk about workshops, some things that you'd like to do with TACFIT.
Yeah, so we already like talked with the girls and Andrea and Erica, and I was talking to Quebrado and Taylor too, and then only for like even just for us like coaches, we should like get together, like even with James, because
Yeah.
he's teaching in Pasadena. Let's not forget James
Yeah.
and Myra, just to get together, and just pass the knowledge because everybody knows something else,
That's it, that's
and
it.
then it's just and help. And then also the workshops, we were thinking having like little workshop for people who are not really in the gym, like bringing new people, introducing TACFIT to them and flow fit, club bells, the exercises. And then maybe Myra doing some little sound bath, you know, after just for
Oh, like a
relaxation.
like a like a little event.
Yeah. So it's happening. It
Cool.
will-
Cool.
yeah.
Anything planned right now?
Not not 100%, but it's like 40%. You know, so we are already like talking about it,
Okay.
and then we'll let you know.
Sounds good. Sounds good. What about jiu-jitsu?
Jiu-Jitsu.
You have any goals? Any I don't know, things
Just
that you'd
keep
like
on
to do?
just being able to and keep on doing it. You know, that's what my goal
Feeling
is.
feeling good doing it.
Yeah, yeah,
Being
yeah.
being healthy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I yeah. No complaints at all. You know, I just come and then I train. I like my masters and Sunday morning.
Mm.
They're nice roles. And then sometimes I get these like young boys more energetic, you know. So I'm like, but yeah, all cool, all cool.
I just had a like you were saying, like young boys, and it reminded me of Serenade. You know,
Oh, she's getting good.
but she always gets mad because you're so strong.
But I think
because-
she's getting better with me, you know.
She is, but like it's just funny. It's just funny because from like TACFIT, straight like it's a
Yeah.
different kind of strength.
Yeah, everybody's laughing. It's like, TACFIT power, you know.
Come
But,
and do it, right?
But yeah, Serena is so good. Sometimes I do the 5:30 class,
Yeah.
and then she wanted to pair up with me, so I was like so happy. God, before she didn't, she just looked at me, no. But now she
Yeah, because
and
she didn't
she's
like
so
she
good.
didn't like to lose, and now she's like you know,
Yeah.
talk about the courage, develops that courage,
Yeah.
develops all those the mindset things, right? To
Which
face your
is-
fears.
Yeah, you need to. It's like, you know, I always tell myself, I never competed in jiu-jitsu. So I never competed in jiu-jitsu, and everybody's telling me just go and try. But this is the thing. I think this is maybe my goal, to go and try. I know I should have tried it before, but it's just like stepping out of my comfort zone, because what can I lose, right?
Yeah.
I don't lose anything. I don't. I get beat up here, so it doesn't matter if I win or lose. It's
Yeah.
just they say just go and try it, because that feeling, and I look up to Gloria, because she tried once. Now I'm going May 6th. I'm going May 27th. So
How old is Gloria?
Gloria is older than I am. I don't wanna. I think she's over 50.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
not sure. I don't wanna.
Yeah.
But she's so
Just judo, just
strong,
competing, yeah.
and she does TACFIT too.
Mm-hmm.
So she's strong. She's a strong lady, and strong like in her mind too.
Mm-hmm.
She's amazing. I love my girls. They're so good.
It's crazy. It's not crazy. I keep saying crazy, but it's so cool to see just the women jiu-jitsu culture we
Yeah.
have. That's been developing over the years.
Grew so much, right?
Like, I mean, you guys having 4 black belts graduate, you know, with their black belts
Yeah.
the same day
Yeah.
for this last one is pretty cool.
Yeah, that was amazing. I think all the girls, like Selena, she was like, oh my, that like never happened.
Right.
before. So it's
Just to have one, right? It
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
oh my god, crazy! It's
Yeah.
crazy, you know, not
And
crazy, but you know, it's rare.
It's rare, exactly. So now we had, those 4, us 4. It was amazing. It was amazing. It's still amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, and then you mentor all the young,
Yeah.
the other ones coming up.
yeah. And they're getting so good. Like everybody's working so hard. I'm so proud. I'm so proud.
I'm so proud, Monika. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for everything. Your leadership, your example.
Thank you.
It's been very inspiring.
Thank you.
From the pandemic, the beginning of the pandemic days. You know, when you didn't miss one class on Zoom,
Zoom, yeah.
and then I was like, wow, you guys are different.
Yeah.
You guys are
But,
different.
You know, it's someone who is bringing this out in us. You know.
We didn't skip a beat, right? We were on Zoom right away.
Yeah.
Right away, we
Yes.
went
Yeah.
online.
That was like
Yeah.
you were
Like the
there
next
for
day.
everybody. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Kids classes, for all of us. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah,
So
yeah.
and we really appreciate it.
Yeah. It was crazy times.
Yeah.
Let people take equipment home, right?
Yeah.
That the people that didn't have it. Some people didn't bring them back.
Now you got new ones.
Yeah. What do you think about the new club bell? You have the CST, the classic TACFIT
you know-
CST club bell, and then we have the new
Yeah.
new generation TACFIT club bell.
So I think we are so used to the old ones.
Mm.
So some people are still reaching out for the old
Mm-hmm.
ones. And then when you look at the new ones, it's like, they're so cute. And then you hold them and they're so heavy.
Mm.
And I don't know. It's just you have to get used to them.
Mm-hmm.
But I started using them, so I'm using the new ones and not using the old ones anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it is different.
It's
It is
different, yeah. They're really good looking.
Yeah.
They're a little bit longer, right? So there's a
Yes.
little more.
And
you know.
then like the head is like not as thick as the
The
other one.
and
yeah.
the handle. I think the handle's like thinner
Yeah.
too. So I think it's easy. It's
Yeah.
better to grip. You know,
Right. Yeah.
especially on the heavier
Yeah.
club bells.
Yeah.
You start going above.
But they're heavier, like, and it's like pounds and kilos, and because I
From
always
kilos.
call kilos, yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. So I kind of know, but then you still like look at them. Oh, they're nice and tiny. It's like, it's not so easy.
Yeah. 10
But
pounds.
they're pretty. They're very pretty.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been cool. We put all those the racks, or what do you call them?
The club bell holders.
The
racks,
club bell
yeah.
holders, the racks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we put all those club bells in there. We had a prototype, right, for a
Yes.
group class club bell holder.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, this looks really like
Really
two
nice.
ships. Yeah.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
really,
Yeah.
really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're very pretty, standing like soldiers there, waiting.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. So thank you for everything, Monika.
Thank you for having me.
It's been a pleasure. It's been an honor, and I look forward to the bright future ahead. Doing great things, helping other people with TACFIT, Jiu-Jitsu.
I'll be there.
Thank you.
Thank you.